Hey, welcome. My name is Professor Ori, and I want to come alive in your world and share what I've learned recently. In today's world, the internet provides us with opportunities to do more than just consume content, and it gives us a platform to share our unique stories and experiences. If you're looking for ways to create wealth that aren't directly tied to working for others, sharing your journey online is not only the way to teach and inspire, but it's also a powerful method of creating financial freedom. Myron Golden, a well-known entrepreneur, author, and speaker, emphasizes this in his teachings. His book, Ebony Treasure Map, explores how to navigate the path of wealth, and one of his core principles is that wealth is a spiritual outcome. Let me share with you 3 reasons why I think you should start by sharing your story online today, drawn from Myron Golden's wisdom. You can only desire or decide. You can't do both, and you can't do neither. Again, you can only desire or decide. You can't do both, and you can't do neither. One of the most powerful lessons from Myron Golden is that people often confuse wanting with deciding. Desire is passive. It's the longing for something to happen. But decision, that's where the magic happens. When you decide to start sharing your expertise and experience online, you step into action. You stop waiting for the right moment and start making moves towards building something greater for yourself. This shift from desire to decision is what separates dreamers from doers. By sharing your knowledge, whether it's through blogs, social media, or videos, you're not just telling your story, you're positioning yourself as an authority in your field. People pay for wisdom, and they pay for insights. When you decide to take your experiences and turn them into teachable moments, you are offering value to others and creating opportunities for financial independence. Use your experience as a teaching tool. Every experience you've had, good or bad, can be leveraged to help others. Myron Golden, he emphasizes that teaching from experience is one of the most impactful ways to share value. People don't just want a textbook knowledge. They want real life stories, trials, triumphs, and lessons learned. Your experience, whether it's in business, relationships, or personal development, contains insight that can save others time, effort, and frustration. Just like me, I'm starting my own web design agency, working with all of the digital marketing topics. Any small business that's ready to transform their online presence. That can be a difficult thing to do, of course, because you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you know what you're able to do and also able to create value and results for others. You have to hire people. You have to pay other people. And you have to make sure that there's work for them to do, make sure that there are outcomes that you're meeting, deliverables that are at the standard that they should be. All of that can be pressure, can be frustrating, but it also could be rewarding and fulfilling. Just really depends on how you look at it and how you react to it and how you actually acknowledge what it's doing for you. Remember, life is happening for you and it's happening with you. Most times when it happens against you, it's simply because you're still desiring. You haven't decided. You haven't chosen one thing. You haven't tried again. And I promise you, if today is not the day, tomorrow definitely can be. But getting back to the story and what I wanted to share today, when you share your story online, you're creating a bridge for others to learn without making the same mistakes. You're helping others fast track their growth, and in return, they can see you as a leader they can trust. This builds your credibility, and as your influence grows, so does your opportunities to monetize that expertise. You might create courses, write ebooks, or offer paid memberships, all based on the value you shared from your life experiences. Imagination, though, that's where it comes in, and you want to use your mind to create money. One of the most inspiring teachings from Myron Golden is that wealth requires imagination. Your mind is your greatest asset when it comes to creating money. In fact, Myron Golden teaches that wealth starts in the mind before it ever appears in your bank account. So, by using your imagination, you can envision new ways to share your story, create some products, and offer solutions that others find valuable. Imagination is about seeing beyond what currently exists and finding innovative ways to connect with people. It's about using your creativity to solve problems and come up with new ideas for delivering value. This could mean designing a digital course, creating content that resonates with people's needs, or building a brand that's rooted in your personal experiences. When you engage your imagination, you're no longer limited by traditional means of money making. You're tapping into infinite possibilities. Wealth is a spiritual outcome. In Ebony Treasure Map, Myron Golden explains that wealth is more than just money. It's a spiritual outcome. True wealth is the result of living with purpose, using your gifts and sharing your knowledge with the world. He emphasizes that wealth creation comes through faith, communication, and imagination. And importantly, he notes that only spiritual beings have language, and it's through conversation that opportunities arrive. When you share your story, you're starting conversations. Conversations lead to connections, and connections lead to wealth. By communicating your value to others, whether through storytelling or teaching, you're planting seeds that can grow into income streams, business opportunities, and lasting impact. Listen, faith and imagination are at the core of this. Faith that your story has value, and imagination to see how sharing it can transform your life and the lives of others. I want to leave you with the steps to building wealth through sharing your story. First is implementation. The first step, the first level is action. You need to decide to start sharing your story today. Don't wait for perfection. Post that blog, record that video, and begin the process of putting your knowledge out into the world. But remember, this is the first level, and it may limit your reach and your access to wealth. It's only when you add on unification that you begin to compound. First, as you grow, unify your efforts by bringing others into your vision. Learn to delegate and manage your growing platform, whether it's through hiring help or using tools that make sharing your content easier. This is still only the second level. When you master implementation and unification, you do expand your access to opportunities and wealth. But you really are still capped if you don't include the next two things. Number 3, communication. You need to use language to create wealth. Not just your time, not just your skills, your language. Share your story, speak your truth, and have faith that your experiences can inspire and teach others. Remember, wealth is generated through meaningful conversations. The fourth thing is imagination. Using your mind to create money. Think beyond traditional jobs and salaries now. Imagine the possibilities that can come from turning your life journey into something others can learn from, and watch as wealth flows from that creative energy. When you make it to the fourth level, After you include communication and imagination, you unlock the ceiling. You allow your opportunities to expand further than you could ever think. The money that you have access to, the wealth you generate, the love in your family, all of that compounds when you realize that imagination is the root of a lot of what you see around you. So use love and imagination, what you believe can happen, and have faith that it can come to pass and you can help to bring it to that. But it's got to include imagination, or you're going to be stuck at $80,000 a year, 100 max. It'd be great if you didn't have that ceiling, right? Communication, being willing to share your story, being willing to be vulnerable, putting your face on camera, putting your voice on camera, realizing that even though you're here in your own room, millions can hear the message that you're sharing and be inspired, be encouraged, and come out of the situations that they're in to realize who they really are, the power they really have. And you and your message and your video showing up on their feed can inspire that. And isn't that cool? Listen, you gotta start posting. Sharing your story online isn't about making money. It's about offering value, teaching from your experience, and using your imagination to create something bigger than yourself. By following these steps and embracing the spiritual principles of wealth, you can not only inspire others, but also build a life of freedom and financial abundance. Decide today. Decide. Don't desire. Decide. Share your journey and trust that wealth is waiting for you on the other side of imagination. And just remember, listen, you are your biggest critic. You are the one sharing all these thoughts in your head that you won't be able to do it, that nobody believes or will want to know what you have to say, that your message isn't valuable, that your skills aren't worth sharing, that your hobbies, the things that you're interested in, listen, you need to get it out there and share it, or else you're missing a big chunk of the pie of the abundance that God wants to share and show you. How are you missing out on it? Because you're holding it to yourself. Others can't experience it, can't begin to love you for it, can't begin to trust you in it, can't begin to need your help, because you obviously are solving things, but nobody can see it. So this is your call to begin making money online by posting, by focusing on the little bitty pieces in what you do, but ultimately getting on camera, opening your mouth, sharing your thoughts, completing it, posting it, appreciating that process, thanking those who watch it, and doing another one. All right? You are the magic in your life. There's nobody coming to save you, and nobody's going to do the hard work or the easy work but you. I'm Professor Ori. Get your wands up and make some magic. I'll see you in the next video.